Today we are focusing on chapter 3 of my latest book entitled Self-Righteous Cerebral Narcissists. And chapter 3 focuses on emotional immaturity. And one thing about it, when it comes to emotional immaturity, you may think, well, why do we even need to look at it? Without looking at this important piece, is like going and purchasing a house without having the inspectors to double check that the foundation is solid, right? You got a house, the rooms in the house look beautiful, right? They are beautifully decorated and painted, the latest furniture and everything, but the foundation is crumbling, it's falling apart. So to look at a person who is a self-righteous cerebral narcissist and not look at the foundational piece of the emotional immaturity is to do yourself a disservice, is what it would be doing. Emotional immaturity means that that individual is operating at the age of 3 to 16 years old a good 60 to 80% of the time. Some adult conversations will occur, can and will occur. However, 99% of the time, you're going to get well, not 99% of the time, but 60 to 80% of the time, you're going to get the what? The emotionally immature individual, right? 3 to 16 years old is what you're getting. And in that big old mix you got going on, you're going to be dealing with an individual who does what? Who shames and blames at the drop of a hat. And so that means that when you are trying to talk to that individual and let them know about whatever it is you're feeling, the very first thing that is going on with them is that they are trying to figure out who to blame. And so when it comes to certain situations like that, it's not always a good thing. If you want to call a friend up and say, you know what, girl, let me tell you about what happened today. I tried to go to the store to go shopping and ran into some issues in the grocery store, and then the line was backed up, and you go on and on and on. The very last thing you want that particular friend to do is to start pointing the finger and then in turn saying to you, well, it was your fault, you should have left out earlier, I can't believe you did this, and go on and on and on and on, shaming and blaming you. This is the norm for emotionally immature individuals. And then you have other times where, for instance, you have an issue of safety, right? And we always want to be safe. We all want to be safe emotionally. We want to be safe mentally. We want to be safe spiritually, relationally, financially, and otherwise, right? And so what happens is when you're dealing with an individual who is emotionally immature, what happens is that safety becomes last on the list. Their agenda for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, as a matter of fact, is what? It's more important than whatever safety concerns that you have. And so this can become problematic because you can find yourself in some weird situations with them and feeling like you're trapped and like there is no way out of the situation. And don't let it be a situation where you are, it's a heating situation, or it's where either it's like below zero and you almost at frostbite situation, right? Or if it's a heating situation where you're overheating and you need some type of air, that's going to go where? Out the door, right? And so I've been in situations with people like that, and it's been problematic. You've been in a car, and instead of turning the air conditioner on, and it's super hot outside, you're sitting there, well, we're going to just wait a few minutes. Well, in a few minutes, you literally could be dead. And so these are the types of situations that you will find yourself, tricky situations that you will find yourself in when you deal with emotionally immature individuals, right? And so not only do you get the shaming and blaming, not only do you have a lot of safety concerns going on, right? But a lot of times your concerns about your safety, as well as just concerns about whatever it is you have going on in life in general, it's dismissed, right? And then when you bring up, when you're constantly reminding that individual, hey, this is important to me, what happens is they will double down on their belief systems, right? These belief systems have been locked and loaded and in place ever since these individuals were children. So to think that you telling them about what's going on with you is going to change what they feel about whatever it is you guys are talking about, it's really being naive, unfortunately. And so what will happen a lot of times when you try to get an individual who's emotionally immature to take responsibility for their actions, what will end up happening 9 times out of 10 is that you are going to be emotionally attacked with DARVO. And remember, DARVO stands for what? Denial, attack, reverse, victim, and offender.